Are you sensing or are you intuitive? Welcome back to After Our Happy Hour. We are your chaotic but cathartic co-host. I'm Vicky.
I'm Jamila.
I'm Sharon.
Today, we are going to talk about sensing and intuition, which is, if you're familiar with MBTI, the 16 personality test, it is one of the letters that you get in the INFJ or ESFP, so the second character or the letter that you get.
Sensing is S, intuition is N. In basic terms, sensing and intuition is how you take in information. So, for example, sensors take in information through their senses, and intuitives take in information through their intuition. So, sensing people are more like practical, down to earth. They kind of take in information based on like how it has happened before, where intuitive people are more like visionaries, future oriented, they're more conceptual, abstract, and imaginative.
So we just found a bunch of quizzes online that tell you if you're S and I. Obviously, if you take the MBTI, it tells you it too, but we just didn't know which question in that 16 personality test would tell us is a sensor or an intuition person. So we found quizzes that specifically only asked you sensing and intuitive questions, and we're just gonna go through them.
I also think we wanted to do this because Jam and I are S's and Vicky is an N. I used to be an N. Jam, did you say you used to ever be an N?
No, I've always been an S, and it's very like skewed S.
True. Oh, it's pretty much because, as always, Vicky and Jam are like very opposite spectrums of each other. And in a lot of contexts or situations that we go through when we talk about it as like a friend group or like a trio, we realize how much of an S someone is or how much an N someone is and how that affects certain situations we've been in. So we kind of just wanted to talk about it. Plus, personality stuff is just fun. So, yeah. Wait, I had a follow-up question. I just mentioned that like Jam and I are S's and Vicky's an N, but what percentage in MBTI are you guys?
I can't remember exactly for MBTI, but one of the quizzes that we took gave you a percentage. So I'm 72% sensing, 28% intuitive. I'm pretty sure that's around the same as my MBTI.
Oh shit, my test versus the MBTI test is different. So for my MBTI results, I was 80% intuitive and 20% observant. But then today, when I took the quiz, I was 42 sensing and 58 intuitive.
You're 80% intuitive on Myers Briggs.
Yeah, and I took this in June of this year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For my MBTI, I'm 67% S, and in the first quiz we took, I'm 52% S.
Yeah, some of these questions I looked at, I was like, this is so not me, but this is Vicky.
So we'll link the quizzes down below in the order that we took them. The first one that we had in our Notion, I liked the best.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like those questions were more like thought-provoking than the rest.
Oh, I think I like the second one.
Me
I
too.
don't remember.
Okay, basically we took 4 different quizzes. Did you guys get your respective types in all 4 of them?
No.
I only got it for the 3 quizzes that were in words, and the last quiz we took was there were like pictures and stuff, right? That one I got intuitive.
Oh.
Me too.
I don't trust it.
It's 1 to 4. The third one I got sensing, and the rest I got intuitive.
Oh,
Let's go through some of these questions then.
let's do the first quiz.
There's one question that says, which statement do you most relate to? 1, sometimes I have trouble focusing on the task at hand. 2, I wish it were easier for me to go with the flow of things. 3, I wish I took more chances. Or the last one, sometimes I have a hard time seeing the big picture.
I put A because I felt like that one related to me the most, but I didn't feel like super heavy about it. Like I could focus, but of all the choices, that was the best fit.
Mine was B, something about going with the flow.
Oh, really? That's interesting. I chose a third one. I wish I took more chances.
Says the girl who takes most chances.
Not really. I feel like Jam does.
I also say I feel like I take more.
Yeah.
Okay, I only say that in the aspect of Vicky sometimes just like goes for things and doesn't go through the practicality of like options.
But I do think about all those things. Like, I'll never make a move without having backup plans. Like, I'll always be safe.
Oh, maybe it's because you don't tell us about that then.
Yeah. I think I tell you when I make the final
Yeah.
decision, and then it sounds like I just randomly did it, but then I do like the calculative measures of it.
Mm.
When you see a wishing well, do you throw a penny and make a wish? 1 or A, no way. I have thought about fishing the quarters out though. B, sure, I like to believe in luck. 3, if I have a few spare coins on me, it can't hurt, right? 4, always. I have a pair of lucky underwear on.
I'm gonna guess jam is A.
You're right.
Oh.
That one's like sensing down to like intuition.
Oh, yeah. I'm the third one.
Have you
Mm.
ever thrown a coin, Jam?
Maybe someone told me to, not like willingly, like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, bro, that's 25 cents.
No, if it was like the Trevi Fountain in Italy, like, yeah, I would do it.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
I
yeah.
have done it. But then if it's just like a random waterfall that I see and there's coins at the bottom, I'm not going to be like, oh, let me throw a coin.
Yeah. A lot of times I look at wishing wells, I'm like, how much money is in there?
Oh, interesting.
For famous places that are known to have like wells that you should make wishes at, I will seek out coins. Like, I'll go exchange money for a coin. But if it's just a random well or something that's like not that famous for it, then I wouldn't. But if I had something, I'd be like, sure, why not?
Oh, even if it's very famous, I don't think I would go on my way to like exchange it. I'll just see what I have in my pocket. If I don't have anything, I don't have anything.
Okay, the next question is which is your biggest pet peeve when driving? A. Drivers that insist on going the speed limit in the fast lane. B. Cars that cannot stay in their own lane. C. People who speed. And D. People who do not use their turn signal.
I wish there was an option where it was
I don't drive.
Mm.
Mine is D. People who do not
Same.
use their turn signal because that shit is dangerous.
I've put A, drivers that insist on going the speed limit in the fast lane.
Sounds like jam.
See, but even in this situation, I'm like, what's intuition and what's sensing? Like, how does this tell you what?
I think the sensing might have been people who don't use their turn signal because that's the more like rules, and drivers that insist going on speed limit in the fast lane is more like
Intuition. That's interesting.
yeah.
Not sure. I wish I told you.
So the next question we had is, which of these words best describe you? A, romantic, B, organized, C, realistic, or D, optimistic?
I said realistic for myself.
I feel like Vicky would say organized.
I was debating between organized and realistic, and then I went with realistic.
Oh.
Yeah. I like fantasize a lot, but I never play into my fantasy. Like, I'll think of things that will happen, and whether it's realistic or like totally chaotic, I think about it. But then when it comes to making a decision or like actually doing something, I'm very practical and realistic about it.
I don't remember what I put. I either put organized or realistic.
Already? You already forgot?
It's because I was going back and forth with these two.
Oh.
So let's just say I went with realistic. Haha.
Okay. If you were starting a new project, which of the following would be your first step? A, I make a to-do list of everything that needs to be done. B, begin by working on the aspects that I'm naturally good at. C, write down my top goals for the project. D, establish milestones so I can measure my progress.
I said C, write down my top goals for the project.
I said A, I make a to-do list of everything that needs to be done.
Same.
Okay, so then this is like S and N. So N is me, which is writing down the big goals. So you see like the big picture and like where to go, versus Jam and Sharon, you did A, which is like the list of to-dos. But then how do you know what to prioritize or like what goes on your list if you don't know what you're trying to achieve?
Well, let's just say it's a project. I know what the scope of the project is. I know what the end goal is.
Yeah.
And in that, I write down everything that I need to do, and then I reprioritize like what goes first, what goes second.
So what if you don't know the goal? Like someone just gave you a project, then do you have to write it down, or just
No, I just think about it in my head.
I think it depends on the project, but like the goal is to finish the project.
Yeah.
but like
You know, so then I already know what the end result / goal is.
Oh.
So in order to get there, I need to make a list of what needs to be done in order to complete that.
I wonder if that's like the college like really drilled that in me, because design, the whole thing is like knowing your audience and what you're working for. So you have to like figure out what
Oh.
that end goal is. And if you don't have that from the very start, your project might as well go to shit.
I think that's more industry based.
Yeah, as I say, I feel like in business or marketing, it's always part of a larger campaign. So you always start to work on like smaller things first. And then you just naturally understand or like know what are the list of things you need to do to finish that campaign.
Like even if you look at my Notion, it starts with I have my life goals and then like reachable goals and then like my daily tasks. That's how it's written in my Notion.
My notes is just by days and my daily task for the day. And then
Okay.
sometimes when I really want to sit down, I'm like, okay, what am I like working towards? And then I break it down.
What about if it's like goals that aren't like success goals, more just like personal, like fun goals that you have in life?
Yeah, so I make a to-do list of like, oh, I need to go on a walk today, or oh, I need to go grocery shopping today, or oh, I need to go read a book for 20 minutes today. Like I make those tasks.
But what if it's like for example, I want to get into like pole dancing. So then that requires steps to get there. Do you guys like write down or
My step is go to a pole dancing class.
Me too.
oh shit. See, I would like write down like, oh, I gotta go research what pole class dance is, like which one I'd like, where I prefer, like what works best for
Oh,
me.
I mean, yeah. No, I did too. Like when I was looking for my doctor, I was writing down like hospitals and how close they are to me via Uber versus like transportation, how many reviews they have,
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Next question. You are offered a job at an unproven startup company. How do you feel? 1. Cautiously optimistic. 2. Concerned. I prefer something with more stability. 3. Excited. Think of all the possibilities. And 4. No thanks. Those things rarely succeed.
Okay, before we go into answers, this is what I think on a scale of. So if on the right is sensing and on the left is intuition, so far right will be no thanks, those things rarely succeed because it's an unproven startup. So just based on past history with unproven startups, like you just naturally think that this is not gonna succeed. Then next to that, it will be concerned. I prefer something with more stability because you still have some more belief in it, but you need that like reality, like you need the stability of it. Then on the left side, the third one will be like cautiously optimistic. And then on the far intuition side will be excited. Think of all the possibilities. That's what
Oh,
I
that's
broke it
right.
down
Yeah.
as.
I chose cautiously optimistic because that's how I was with my company.
I also chose cautiously optimistic.
I put concerned. I prefer something with more stability. But I think that's because I haven't worked a job that I'm genuinely happy slash passionate about, where like it doesn't matter if it doesn't work out for me because I love it. I don't think I've ever experienced that, but I can totally see where you would be cautiously optimistic if you personally genuinely think it's gonna work out and or if you love it.
See, the example I had in my head was with Unbound. Most of the time before that, I'll put concern. I prefer something with more stability. But when I thought about like, oh, Unbound, how much I really want to pursue it, I'll be cautiously optimistic.
Okay, see, but is that
Yeah.
sensing?
That's a sensing you making this answer because from your past experience, you know that it's worked out a little bit for you. So now you're more open to the idea.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's part of sensing because I feel like regardless of Vicky's experiences in the past, she would always pick cautiously optimistic versus me. I feel like I would have been A at all times or thought that I would be A forever, but based off things that I've gone through have severely impacted or have changed my answers to like B. Is that like sensing
Oh.
versus intuition too?
I think so. Because just us making a decision, that's already using your senses or being like intuitive.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the first question. I mean, first quiz.
So now we're gonna move on to quiz 2, which is pro profs. And the first question that we found interesting is what is the main reasons for your success? A, the way I organize myself and others. B, my skills at doing things. C, my good heart. D, my ideas.
I said my skill at doing things.
I also said my skill at doing things.
Mine is A, the way I organize myself and others. I feel like this is going in the order of S to N.
I agree.
That's interesting because in a corporate world, I think I would say A, but in like a creative world, I would say B. What can you say about your writing? 1, it's direct and clear. 2, I like to use a lot of metaphors. 3, I tend to make very long lines to correctly explain the things I'm trying to say. Can I make a guess? I feel like Jam, B, because you freaking say metaphors left and right. And then I would say Vicky is C. I tend to make very long lines to correctly explain the thing I'm trying to say.
This is what I mean by it depends. In other things, I'm an S, but privately, I'm an N. Because if you read my diary, which please do not ever, but I am an N in my diary. Like I will write like 50 pages in one night because I do take the longer ways to write my thoughts out. But if you need me to communicate in like work setting, I will always be direct and clear.
No, but then that's just you adjusting to
Work.
Oh, so in my diary, I'm an N.
No, but even with us and podcasts, I feel like you take long.
Yeah.
Actually, Jam, did you put A then?
I put A because for most part I'm very direct and clear. I only like to use analogies in certain things.
Oh, analogies, not metaphors.
Yeah, it's not really metaphors. What'd you put, Sharon?
Okay, I put A, but now I think I'm both, or I'm like a mix of things, or like I say, see, like I say very long things, but somehow it's fast. I don't know.
So I'm like a okay. Sharon's like, okay, I get it. Yeah. Vicky's like, okay, I get it. I don't know. That's a bad
No,
analogy.
it was going well actually, but then for Vicky, you just need more words.
Yeah, I'll have more words because I'm direct and clear. I can't add more words.
It is. It's Jam on one spectrum, Vicky on the other, and I'm somewhere in the middle.
Oh, I want to know this one. Okay, so this next question is, what is the primary purpose of a relationship? A, to take care of each other. B, to have a good time. C, to have someone to share your thoughts and ideas with. Or D, to have someone to have a deep emotional connection with.
Jamila, did you put to have a good time?
Yeah.
Ah.
I was between that one or to have someone to share your thoughts and ideas with, but I'm like, to have a good time.
I feel like Vicky's answer would be to have someone to share your thoughts and ideas with. No?
Emotional
Yeah,
connection.
to have someone to have a deep emotional connection with.
Okay, you want that, but you technically don't.
No,
Yeah.
I do. At the end of the day, yeah, of course I do. But now it's like significantly harder, which I am hoping that at the end of the day, the person that I settle down with will mean a lot to me because I want that. But the barrier to entry for me to be that will be a lot harder now.
Oh, okay. Fair. Just because the barrier is high doesn't mean you don't want it. Yeah, I put same emotional connection. I like this quiz because I think all the answers go from S to N. Okay, those were the first two quizzes. Now we're doing the third one. The first question was, which of these activities sound most appealing to you? One was physical focus and concentration. That's adrenaline pumping, like driving a car, boat, jet ski, sports, or working out. Two was something practical, like completing work, cleaning the house, taking a bath, going shopping. Three is brain creativity, like puzzles, doodling, drawing. Ooh, journal entry. And then the last one was going to a fun artsy events like theater, movies, a museum, or an art festival gala.
I chose to be.
Huh? You didn't pick one?
Oh, it's because I like adrenaline pumping, but I don't like driving a car, boat, jet ski, playing sports, or working out that much. Like, it's not the most appealing. Like, going shopping is the most appealing to me. Yeah, I probably didn't see the completing work and clean the house. I saw
Yeah.
taking a bath and going shopping.
I think if the first question was something that requires activities, you would have picked that one.
Yeah, but this was all like actually using my body. I'm like, I don't use my body like that.
Vicky, you like museums?
I do.
She loves museums.
I just don't like paying for them.
Wait, what'd you put, Sharon?
Oh, I put B.
Oh.
Doing things for myself, like cleaning the house, taking a bath, shopping. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
What parts of time do you find yourself thinking about? I tend to think about things that are immediate concerns / I tend to live and think in the present moment. B, I find myself concerned about future events and thinking about things that have not happened yet but are going to, such as what I'll be doing next week. C, I tend to think about both past future with the least time spent thinking about the present. I'm not often grounded in the present moment when I think. D, I find myself thinking about events that have already happened and remembering and analyzing these past events.
You gotta finish the end, bro.
Oh, and their current effect now. Sorry, couldn't see.
I chose D. And that's why I asked Jam to finish it because those last 4 words changed my answers. I don't like to think about my past, but when I do, I think about how it affects my present and future.
Jamila, are you one?
Yeah. I tend to live and think in the present moment.
Can you guess mine?
I think
The second one.
B.
Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit, we got past, present. Oh, wait. Yeah, we got past, present, future here.
Never think about present. I should though.
You think about the past, Vicky?
Yeah. I'm like the
Wow.
type of person that will lay in bed and then look up at the ceiling and be like, 10 years ago I said this. Why did I say that? And why didn't I say this?
Oh, that's so interesting.
Dude, me laying in bed. Oh my god, am I actually gonna do this right now? Like, is this a good decision right now?
Sharon's like, what's gonna happen next for me in my life? What am I gonna do next?
That's so accurate.
So you guys don't reflect when you are like in your own thoughts, huh?
No, I do, but the thing about this is like dwelling on the past, present, or future. And I used to be heavily dwelled on both the past and the future because I had a lot of regrets. But that was like high school slash college era. And now I'm like, I did everything in my past, like everything in my past led up to this moment. So I'm done worrying about the past. Like I'm very like,
Oh.
it's gone.
See, I'm not like worrying about it. It's more like how did it shape me to who I am? It's like reflecting. So it's just like, oh, how did this make me to this person I am now? And like, do I like that or should I change it?
Oh, see, I don't like reflecting on my past because sometimes I cringe.
Oh, same. That's why I'm like, why did I say that 10 years ago?
Yeah. Like looking back at like Instagram posts and stuff, I'm like, huh? Ew.
Yeah, that's why I archived a lot.
I just don't really think about the past in
Mm.
general.
I'm not surprised, Jamila. Okay, the next question is which quote do you understand slash reflects on you the most? 1. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. 2. The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They must be felt by the heart. 3. Do what is right, not what is easy. 4. Finding opportunity is a matter of believing it's there.
Are you D, Vicky?
No. This is my S. I chose the first one. Life is 10% what's happening to you and 90% how you react to it.
That's what I put.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same thing could happen to me and Vicky, but we could react very differently, making it very different things.
Okay, I think this is the difference about me as an N is I'm a pessimistic N versus most people see people who are N as optimistic people. And so when I read these quotes, the rest are like way too like peppy and happy for me and it's not like graspable for me. Like the second one, which I feel like is very N.
Oh, yeah.
The most beautiful thing in life is you can't see it. You just have to feel it. Like, bruh, money.
Oh my god, that's my first thing. I was like, money? I could feel it.
Like the very pessimistic, like I've seen life and now I'm an adult and like I get what all the adults are talking about.
When I read D, like finding opportunity is a matter of believing is there. When I read it, I like rolled my eyes
It's just
a
like,
little
yeah,
bit.
your belief can only go
Yeah.
so far. You have to do something
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Because I always believe that opportunities are only there when you're ready for it.
Yeah.
I believe that too.
I put B.
Oh, I just shit on
Oh.
Sharon.
Yeah, you did. It's because I was conflicted between A or B, right? But the reason why I chose B is because sometimes I am happy for no reason, and it doesn't have to do with anything that I've seen or touched.
We're gonna skip the fourth quiz because it's all pictures, but if you want to take it, we'll link it down below.
Yeah, and it gave me or told me that I'm an intuitive person. I don't trust it. Not
Don't know
legit.
how accurate it is.
Jem is the most sensing person you'll ever meet. She don't believe in signs, man.
Dude.
I believe in science.
Signs. Signs.
Oh,
I would hope
yeah,
you
don't
believe in science. Please.
Yeah, I was like, I believe in science. What do you mean? Well, hope you guys enjoyed this episode about sensing versus intuition. Let us know what you guys are. Are you guys closer to Vicky? Are you guys closer to me? Are you guys closer to Sharon? I think we're starting to know each other pretty well that we're able to guess what each other has put. So this is pretty interesting. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.